to 1600. This position is from a postal game on chessworld.net in 2008. Both players could use more exciting usernames, which I didn't mention their usernames, but the position they reached is quite an instructive one. White has more space in every sector of the board. White has 2 active bishops. White has an attack against the enemy king. White controls the center. White has the better pawn structure. e6 is weak. Black's knights play a purely defensive role. These facts tell us that White enjoys an overwhelming position. Explaining the rating spread. The answer is very straightforward and not only entombs the knight but also attacks the king. A 1200 might miss the entombed horse, but going after Black's king with g6 would certainly prove attractive. White finishes the game in exemplary fashion. g6! Exclamation point. White had the choice of several good moves, but this makes by far the nicest impression. If you played this specifically to entomb Black's h8 knight, then give yourself a pat on the back. Playing such h6. Playing such a move must feel similar to slicing one's own wrists with a dull blade. However, Black couldn't have been very excited by lines like bishop f6 or rook f8. After rook f8, gives White a devastating attack. If rook takes here, this is mate. And e5 is coming. And bishop f6. Threatening h7 mate. And it's all over. Just so you know, this is a puzzle section, so the next few examples, I'll make sure to announce it in the beginning. You want to try to solve the answer, and this one is White to move, and then I'll go through the answer. What's that thing on h8? After h6, we have the honor of being witness to a classic knight entombment and the coining of a new chess term. From this moment on, an entombed horse on h1, a1, a8, or h8 will be known as the vestigial knight. This means having become functionless or atrophied. It looks like a knight, it smells like a knight, but it doesn't move or twitch even if you poke it, or the knight doesn't serve any real function. In effect, this means that White is a piece up and can win a middle game, since they have a larger army to make use of, or an endgame with ease. Knight e1! Exclaim. A lovely move that shows White's class. Seeing that Black is completely helpless, White realizes they're in no hurry to lower the boom, and first seeks to improve the position of their lamest piece, the c2 knight. The concept of calmly bringing all your pieces to their best squares is a very important one, and it is often overlooked by the amateur. The following quote by Grandmaster Jesse Cray during a lecture in 2008 pushes the point home. Bad players like to play with their pretty pieces. It is the mark of good players that they won't go on an adventure before they solve the problem of their bad pieces. Rook f8. White's advantage has grown since they now have 2 bishops versus a knight and a thing on h8. Uh, 1-0. There's nothing to be done about bishop takes c7 when e6 falls and the remnants of Black's position crashes to the ground.